Hello everyone, how is it going? This video is going to be about this screen, the new BenQ MA320U screen. I'm making it because some people ask me, Albert, what is this new MA screens that BenQ released? And actually they are focused on the Mac user. You can see it here with the design, looks really like Mac. And it looks a little bit like the Apple Studio display actually, but it's focused on Mac users, but it's not really focused on people like me, real professionals. And I'm gonna tell you all about it right now. Alright, so the 320U focused on the Mac user. And like I said, it's not targeted to really professionals because that's what the SW lineup is for photographers. So I have the 272U, I also have the 321C, which are all very accurate panels for photography, especially Adobe RGB. Then there's the PW lineup that is very focused on designers, okay? Then this monitor, who is it for? So it's basically for the all-round Mac user. The price point is also much cheaper. It comes already for €600 and the 27-inch version for €500. So that's much cheaper than the Apple Studio display, than the high-end BenQ screens as well. It's a much lower price point, but still you get a beautiful screen that basically has a few interesting features that I want to mention in this video. So first, the specifications. So it's a matte screen, it's 60 Hz, so nothing special there, no high refresh rates, 99% sRGB, 97% P3, the connections, 2 HDMI, 2 USB-C and 1 USB-A port. I'm using one USB-C port here to connect it to the MacBook, and the MacBook is also charging at the same time, which is nice. It has speakers, but they are not great. The brightness 500 nits, that is pretty bright. It can go pretty bright, the screen. And like I mentioned earlier, it also comes in a 27-inch version. So like I said, the specifications, not that interesting, but it has some very nice features. And the first thing is the stand. And what is very funny about this stand is the Apple Studio display. I think you have to pay like 500 or even 600 bucks to get the stand. Well, for that money, you can get this entire monitor, basically, which has a very similar stand, maybe even better. So with the stand, you can basically just put down the monitor, put up. You can rotate it as well. So you see, I rotate it now towards the camera a little bit. So you can rotate it like that. You can also tilt it like this. Very easy. And the greatest part is that you can rotate this display 90 degrees like this in portrait orientation, and the orientation will automatically change basically. So we wait 1 second and the monitor will detect, and there you go, it's changed right now. Let me see, actually need to make this bigger again, something like that, which changes the orientation. So the stand, extremely nice. Let me actually just put it back now. Okay, there we go. Just rotate it again towards the camera a bit so you guys can see it. You can see it changes again the orientation here, maybe a little bit like that, better to see. So the stand is absolutely great. Then the second really nice feature, again, really focused on the Mac user. So I can actually control the brightness right here from my Mac. That works very well. Also the volume works, the brightness works, everything works. And that is because I have Display Pilot installed here. And Display Pilot is an app for the Mac where you can control a lot of things. So you see I have auto pivot on right now. That's how the pivot automatically changed just now when I put it in the portrait mode. So in BenQ Display Pilot, very useful app to control this monitor right here. You see here also ICC Sync. That is the next function that I'm going to talk about, and that is one of the main selling points of this monitor. So it's connected now to the MacBook, and it automatically takes exactly the same colors as on the MacBook. So it displays the same colors. So even though it doesn't have the super accurate colors, it takes the exact same colors from your Mac device. So in this case, from the MacBook. If I show you a picture on the MacBook right now, it looks exactly the same on the screen. So this is a huge selling point. So there's a few things like this seamless integration with Mac, the stand, and that it automatically takes exactly the colors from your Mac device. Okay, so people who are not interested in a lot of hassle, calibration, all that stuff, this monitor is great for them. Also, it's a much lower budget, a much cheaper screen. So if you want a screen without hassle, nice design, great stand, and just seamless integration with Mac, then this screen could be interesting for you. Then one more thing, it's a 4K screen, 32-inch. Quite some people are saying, okay, that's not enough resolution because, for example, the Apple Studio Display, that's a 5K screen and it's more crisp, more sharp. So indeed, theoretically, this is correct. On 4K, it's not as sharp as 5K, obviously. However, for a lot of people, the target audience of this screen, this 4K screen is perfectly fine. The photos look great. And, a lot of people are not going to see that difference that much. For professionals, this monitor is not targeted anyway. So for what this monitor does, it's a great value for money. So that's it for this video. What am I going to use this screen for? It's going to stay here in the gallery/studio. When I receive people, I can show them work on a little bit of a big size. It looks nice and it has a nice design. It fits very well here in the studio. It's just going to stay here. If I'm going to do my editing work, it's going to be on my SW272U. Hope it was helpful. Hope you liked the video, and I promise you very soon there's going to be a lot of new content on this channel. Stay tuned and thank you for watching.